What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the fifth and final podcast. Technically, this should be episode three, but episode two was never published. So we will be making this episode number two, guys. Welcome back. We are currently in the off season. We are currently in the staff week. So I thought it would be a great episode to give a little bit of a mock draft of who I think will get drafted and where I think those people will get drafted. Um, I'm the Patriots, if y'all didn't know, sweat talk. I'm going to try to give an overall. I'm not because I do have people scouted, so obviously I want the good people in the draft too. But I'm also going to be going and looking at people who have team needs and see who they need. And I'm not going to go way into depth because there are some gems in the draft, so I'm not going to say who they are just for the sake of everybody because I know people have been drafting, not drafting, my bad. I know people have been scouting throughout the year and have some players that they want. So I'm not going to give those players up. I'm going to just go people who are projected first round, might sneak into the first round a little bit. But yeah, so let's just start off congratulating C Money on the Super Bowl win against the Eagles. It was probably arguably one of the best Super Bowls in SBS history. But at the same time, there were some questionable, you know, technicalities that happened towards the end of the game that had to deal with that beautiful, although very speculatory catch by Traylon Burks. But the cornerback just played the ball wrong, and oh well, that's the only thing that happened. So yeah, let's get into it with the first pick in the draft. The New England Patriots tanked. Uh, I expect me slash them to either go. Well, probably it's probably gonna be Isaiah Shirley, the quarterback from Texas. 6'6" quarterback, has some great physicals as long. Oh, well, has some pretty decent physicals, as well as beautiful, beautiful. What is it called? Attributes in terms of deep accuracy, medium accuracy, short accuracy, all of that. So that's who I think goes number one. It could change. He's also looking to trade down. So if any trade offers out there, please be my guest. Number two, we have the Giants here. The Giants have, let me see. I think the Giants do have Daniel Jones here. I need to check the roster, but I also expect the Giants to also go QB here as well. My bad. Let me pull up the roster. Yeah, the Giants do have QB Daniel Jones, but he's normal dev and he's 28 years old. Yes, he's on a contract, but I probably expect for that contract to get released. I feel like the Giants go in a new direction here, and I do think they pick up the quarterback who has very good attributes from LSU, John Colbert, with the second pick in the draft. There are some what is it called, rumors of a trade down from number two as well with the Giants and whether he will be trading that to the Cowboys or not. But we will see. And then with the third pick, in the NFL draft, um, the I see the Patriots either going defensive tackle Adam Fredrickson, who has almost elite on everything. The only defensive tackle who's really, really solid in this draft. Um, A power move, B finesse moves, B block shedding. He's looking really, really good. The New England Patriots, depending on what they do in free agency, do need a defensive tackle, and it could very well be Adam Fredrickson, or it could be the number four corner Kendrick Shields. He looks really good too. However, Kendrick Shields did not win the best cornerback award. If you guys have been checking the news every week, he did not win the best cornerback award. So it's going to be very, 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 very close. But I feel like there might be some defensive tackles in free agency. So if the Patriots sign a defensive tackle or trade for one, I feel like they will go Kendrick Shields. But if they do not sign one or trade one for one, I will go with Adam Fredrickson. Um, but for the sake of this mock draft, I guess I will go. The defensive tackle, Adam Fredrickson from Clemson. And then I'm gonna go number four, the Saints. Oh no, no, no. The Saints don't have this pick. The Patriots have this pick too now. The Patriots traded the 11th pick, pick 53 and 59 for this fourth pick. So I expect them to go Kendrick Shields here with the number fourth pick. And then number five, we have the Bengals. The big iffy team. They don't really have a lot of what is it called? I guess you can say depth on that just the defensive interior. Um, I think I'm gonna have them go Chandler Daltrey, the left outside linebacker from Stanford, has very great physicals as well as great attributes. He has great to elite speed, great to elite strength, good to great acceleration. And he has A hit power, B impact blocking, A tackle. Um, that's what you look for in a power rusher. So I think they go Chandler Daughtery, the Bengals. And then the sixth pick, Jamie Howard, is projected to go to Cardinals. He did win the best guard award. But I think the Cardinals probably go in a different direction here. If we go to the team needs of the Cardinals, they need pretty much every single position. Um, let's look at the roster as I'm pulling it up. Yeah, they need every single position except probably um corner. Corner they're looking pretty good. And wide receiver they're looking pretty stacked. They have a middle linebacker that's pretty good. It looks like they have corners. They have their QB of the future. Um, Yeah, so their linebacker core isn't that bad either. But it also seems like they need defensive line really, really badly. And I think there's a very good pass rusher out there for the Cardinals that they can go ahead and pick up. And I think that is, hold on, I'm going back to it. I think that will be Michael Griffin, the speed rusher from Miami, left in. His He has very, very good what is it called? Physicals. He has elite to great acceleration, great to elite speed, great to elite change of direction. That's what you look for in a speed rusher. And he also has a finesse moves as well. So when you look at a speed rusher and what you look for in a speed rusher in terms of speed, you know, change of direction, being able to move his hips to be able to get to the cornerback and everything like that. I think that's what the Cardinals need. And I think that's who they pick at number six. And then at number seven, we have the 49ers. The 49ers here, very stacked team, just had a very disappointing season. I had to look at their roster to see what their team needs are. And I'm going to that right now. A lot of dev downs. They definitely do not need wide receiver. They could use a third wide receiver, but they also need. I see, yeah, their offensive line is horrible. They have a 64 overall left tackle, a 72 overall right guard, and a 67 right tackle. So, who I think they choose at this pick right here are going to be between two players who are very, very good because this offensive line draft is absolutely spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. So, I think the 49ers at pick seven have a lot of options. And I think one of those options is definitely going to be Tremaine Thornton, the right tackle from Texas, 6'6". Oh my gosh, let's talk about this man's. This is probably a generational right tackle right here. He has great to elite acceleration, great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction, great to elite jumping, great to elite speed, and his strength is good to great. And he has A lead block, A pass finesse, B run block, and he has some other things that are unlocked. But he has A to C awareness, A to C impact blocking, A to C stamina, B to D run block power. I think that is a no-brainer. That is looking like a generational right tackle for the 49ers. So I think they go Tremaine Thurston, the right tackle from Texas. Um, So yeah, my bad. And then we have number 8, we have the Denver Broncos here. Man, Denver Broncos have a lot of needs, a lot of needs. But what is it called? I think it's very tough here. I'm going to see what the Broncos need, but like they could literally get best player available. Um, they need a quarterback, but both of the top 2 quarterbacks are gone in this draft. Um, their offensive line, they do need a center. They have an aging right tackle in Mike McGlinchey. Um, but their left end spot needs something. They need a defensive tackle. They need a left outside linebacker. They need linebackers in general. Cornerbacks are decent. They're very good actually. Free safety, they have a aging Justin Simmons. And then their strong safety position is very young and it's good as well. So I probably it might be a boring pick for Broncos Nation. It really might be. But I'd look at if you are looking to rebuild, it has to start with that offensive line. And I think right here they go the right guard from Ohio State who won the best guard award, Jamie Howard. I think that's who they go right here at this ninth pick. I think it's a very boring pick, but I think it's where they start to become a force. And if they can get that run game going, that QB position won't necessarily matter if they're able to get that run game going and relying on the run game. It also depends on what they do in free agency. If they go ahead and sign a right guard, if they go and get free what is it called, offensive line and free agency, I think that the Broncos could change their pick to the middle linebacker Sharif Meyer from South Carolina if they get a right guard. But if they don't get a right guard or a right tackle, then I think that Jamie Howard would be the best pick for them. And then at number 9, we have the Colts. My bad, guys. Recovering from like a little chill, so have a little cough. But let's go to the number 9 pick, the Colts, and let's see their team needs. Colts also another disappointing season. Um, they still have Jonathan Taylor, Quentin Nelson. They have Anthony Richardson, who's developing pretty good over there. Wide receivers are mid, tight end spot is good, left tackle is good, left guard with Quentin Nelson is great. Their center is still good, right guard still good. All right, right tackle. They have Freeland. He is a 73 overall. He is still young, however. Pass rush is looking very mid, but it's there. Linebacker spot is looking mid, but they could use an upgrade there, especially at the right outside linebacker position. Um, Cornerback positions are looking pretty good. So is the free safety and the strong safety position. So they only really need a right outside linebacker or a right tackle, or they could use a upgrade at the middle linebacker position. So if I go, I think right here it's going to be a boring pick, but I think they choose Danny Merritt, the left tackle, 6'6" from Penn State. The reason why I say this is because of the fact that he has great physicals. He has great to elite acceleration, great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction. Jumping is good to great. Speed is solid to good. Strength is solid to good. He has A awareness, A impact blocking, A lead block, B pass block finesse, B run block. So he's a very well-rounded left tackle that I think they do move to the right tackle position, just to fill that offensive line. Make sure Anthony Richardson is great over there, and as well as the run game with Jonathan Taylor. So I think that's who the Colts select at 9. They could use a middle linebacker in Sharif Meyer, or they could go a right outside linebacker in Eric Bridge from Texas, who also looks absolutely amazing. But I just think that they choose what's best for their future. And I feel like personally, that would be Danny Merritt, the left tackle, who they moved to right tackle. Or it could be Nelson Rostenow. I don't know how to say his name, but Actually, you know what? I am gonna go him. His physicals are absolutely crazy. Also, another generational right tackle. He has great to elite acceleration, great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction, great to elite jumping, great to elite speed, decent to solid strength. Yeah, that is who I have, so they don't have to move the rookie over to right tackle. I have the Colts picking Nelson Rostenau from Washington State, 6'5". And I think that's what's best for their future. All right. Number 10, we have the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are looking to move up into the draft. Like I said, there are some rumors between him and Giants, but let's see who the Dallas Cowboys need. They pretty much have a stacked roster, just a disappointing season because of the user who is playing with them, unfortunately. But fortunately for them, they do have the 10th pick. So let's see what they need. Um, Wide receivers looking good. Tight end still Effie. And yeah, offensive. Okay, see that is where they're. Um, well, no, I don't know why the Cowboys have Demarcus Lawrence at defensive tackle when they do need a left end. But I'm not going to consider that a need. I don't think their left outside linebackers need. Middle linebacker, I don't think that's a need, but I guess I will say it is. Right outside linebacker, not a need either. Cornerbacks looking solid. Free safety looking solid. So they have pretty much everybody they need. So whoever they pick here, per usual for the Dallas Cowboys in real life, is just going to be an upgrade to the team. But with the 10th pick in the draft, I didn't see any needs for them. I'm going to have them go best player available right here. And I think they get the middle linebacker from South Carolina, Sharif Meyer. Great physicals, A play recognition, B tackle. I think he's going to be really good for the league and for the Cowboys to pair with Leighton Vander Esch. They did have Overshown as a backup middle linebacker, but he hasn't really been developed there. But I just have the Dallas Cowboys going best player available at number 10, which is Sharif Meyer. And then number 11, we have the Saints pick here um, on who they need because they traded from 4 to 11 with the Patriots acquiring an extra two second round draft picks. The Saints need anybody, straight up, just like that. Straight Saints need anybody that they can get on that team. Aging team, they cut about almost everybody. They need a QB. They don't need a running back. The running back is the only position I say they don't need. They do need wide receiver. They need tight end. They need offensive line. Oh my gosh, they need literally everything. They don't need a right end. Um, they need a middle linebacker. They need a right outside linebacker. They need cornerbacks. Um, they need a free safety. They need a strong safety too. So they need everything. So this just goes to best player available. Who is going to help the Saints get better in the fastest amount of time right here? Um, and it's going to be interesting because I literally don't know who is going to help them get better. But I am going to go with the cornerback from BYU, Matt Horn. His physicals are amazing. Great to elite speed, great to elite strength, great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction, A awareness, A block shedding, A hit power, A zone coverage, B press, zone 511. I think the Saints go best player available here. Who's going to help them out the quickest? I think that is going to be the cornerback, Matt Horn from BYU. And then we have two back-to-back picks here from the Green Bay Packers. Hopefully, this draft right here, this is where the draft really starts to get really interesting because number one, from the first part, we're starting to get into the mid rounds where some teams might go somewhere else different from what the mock draft predicted them to go. And for the second part too, Green Bay won't be drafting. They will not be at their headquarters, so they will have the CPU drafting for them, which means they have their draft board set. Hopefully, but at the same time, that doesn't guarantee if the players on his mock on his what is it called favor board are gone. That's it for him. Like The CPU can draft whoever. So this is where it gets real interesting. But let's look at the Packers' needs. They don't need a strong safety or a free safety. Um, Cornerbacks, they do kind of need upgrade. Well, nah, they don't need upgrades at cornerbacks at all. They have very good cornerbacks. Um, I think they do need a left outside linebacker. Um, they need a left outside linebacker. They could use a left end. They need a right tackle. Um, they need a left guard, and that's pretty much it. So left tack or right tackle, a guard, or a left outside linebacker. I think here the Packers have to go. They have back to back picks, so they can get whoever they want when they go back to back. But here, I think that they go with the. I'm trying to see. I think they go left outside linebacker Greg Benedict for the most part. Um, they need a left outside linebacker. He is a pass coverage dev. I mean, trait. He has great to elite acceleration, great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction, good to great jumping, good to great speed, good to great strength. He has A pursuit, A awareness. He has A to C tackling, A to C zone coverage, A to C impact blocking, A to C hit power. I think this is what you look for in a pass coverage linebacker. He's a physical player who delivers bone crushing hits. That's what it says on his player notes. He looks to strip the ball from runners. He shows good discipline, won't get flagged much. I think right here, the Packers go Greg Benedict for the left outside linebacker position. And then I think they have to go like a right tackle here for the Packers just because of the fact that he needs a right tackle. And I think that's going to be Derek Galloway, the right tackle from USF, 6'5". He has A awareness, A impact blocking, A run blocking, great to elite acceleration, great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction, great to elite jumping. He looks solid. They need a right tackle. I think that's who they pick. If I accidentally say that a team gets somebody that was already chosen, my bad, y'all. I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far. I don't think what is it called that I have chosen somebody else that already got picked. It's just hard to keep up with everybody. But yeah, all right. And then here we have gotten to the 14th pick, almost at the midway. So thank you guys if you guys are still here. I'm gonna just start speeding it up just a little bit once we get to pick 16. I think right here, the Jaguars. We got to look at the Jaguars team needs. Um, I think right here, let's see what the Jaguars need on their team. Very just mid team. They have a quarterback. They have a running back, two very good running backs. Okay, wide receivers. Offensive line is pretty much good. They have a left end. Um, Maybe an upgrade at right end. They have linebackers for days. Um, I guess they could have an upgrade at cornerback. Yeah, so I guess they can use an upgrade at cornerback. Right here, I am going to go for the Jaguars. Probably the best. Probably they probably need a corner here, so I'm probably going to go with DeAndre Streeter, the 5'11" man-to-man cornerback from what is it called, from Ohio State. He just looks like a player the Jags could use in this roster. Great to elite, change of direction, speed is good to great. So I just think that the Jaguars go DeAndre Streeter here from Ohio State, the corner. So let's get into the next pick in the draft, which is going to be the Tennessee Titans. Whew. My bad, y'all. My bad. Pretty tired, man. Pretty tired. But let's see. Titans, man. Let's see what they need. They just won the Super Bowl, so for them having the 15th pick is very good for them. At this point, they're just going best player available to already upgrade. that stacked roster that they have. Um, they have, yeah, it seems like they need a pass rusher. We didn't see a lot of that. They need a pass rusher, a left outside linebacker or right outside linebacker. They don't need corners. They don't need a free safety. They don't need a strong safety. So I think I know who I'm going to go with here for the Tennessee Titans at pick number 15. And I think that is going to be the right outside linebacker who is a power rusher from Texas, Eric Bridge, man. He has A pursuit, A tackle, B block shedding. His strength is great to elite, decent physicals, but his attributes are what really stands out. He has a lot of A categories, A to C play recognition, A to C power moves. If he has an A power move and an A to C impact block, I think this is a no-brainer for the Texans. They need pass rush, and I feel like that's where they'll be able to get it with Eric Bridge from Texas. So that is who I'm going with the number 15th pick in the draft. Um, and then let's see who has the 16th pick. 16th pick in the draft is going to be the Chargers. The Chargers, very mid team. Um, but let's see who the Chargers need on their team. I'm not just gonna go and say anybody. Chargers, decent wide receivers, offensive line. They need a right tackle. Okay. Seems like they need pass rushers too. Linebackers, they couldn't use a right outside linebacker. Safeties are good. So they just need pass rushers, whether that be a left outside linebacker or right end. Um, but I think that let's see, are there any good pass rushers that are still able to go, huh? I think they go Theo Samuels here, the left end. His physicals are off the charts, great to elite acceleration, good to great agility, great to elite change of direction, good to great jumping, great to elite speed, solid to good strength. I think that's what you look for in a speed rusher. The left end, Theo Samuels from Nevada. I think that's where we go with at number 16. 17, we have the Seahawks. Um, Seahawks, there's a day three prospect who I'm really, really liking right here, who I think goes to the Seahawks. He has great to elite acceleration, great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction, great to elite jumping, great to elite speed. This great to elite speed on the wide receiver is crazy. However, his attributes, he only has a deep route. He is a deep threat, but everything else, his catching is very, very bad. His catching traffic is very bad. His release is very bad. So his route running, besides deep route, is horrible. I think this is a Marquise Goodwin type of pick. But I think they do go Alani Cruz, the 5'10" deep threat from Penn State right here. Penn State and is having a great, phenomenal draft. Um, but I'm gonna go Alani Cruz for the Seahawks. At number 18, we have the Jets. The Jets are leaving, but I have them picking Rodney Goodrich. His physicals also off the chart. Great to elite speed, great to elite agility, great to elite acceleration. That's what you look for in a middle linebacker. B catching, B man coverage, B power moves, B pursuit, A play recognition. He's the field general. So he's going to be, if you need that middle linebacker who's going to be there, who's going to set the force, set the tone, I think that's going to be him. So I have Ronnie Goodrich right here. And then we have the Texans. The Texans had a 9-8 season. CJ Stroud is doing his thing. Congrats to the Texans user starting to change that franchise around. But let's see what they need right here with the seventh pick. Um, they don't. They do not have any right tackles, and they need a right guard. Pass rush is looking decent. Yeah, pass. They could need a middle linebacker. Um, and they also need a corner as well. Free safety and strong safety are fine. Some holes on the offensive line. So we are going to look to see, what he needs. And if there are any good players that are worth him going here. Um, I see the Texans, they could go Glenn Ellis here. Okay, physicals, great to elite, change of direction is the only thing that's standing out. But the attributes, he has A to C awareness, A impact blocking, A to C lead block, A to C pass block, A to C run block power, B pass block finesse, B run block. I think Glenn Ellis, the 6'8" right tackle from Texas A&M, is where they can go. Or they could also go corner. They could go Justin Rose, a 6'3" corner from Clemson, who won the best cornerback award. He has great physicals and decent um, attributes. He has a zone coverage, but he is a zone corner. So they could either go either or, but I think they're going to go Justin Rose here just because of the prime fact that it's harder to get a cornerback in free agency than it is to sign offensive line here. So I think Justin Rose here is going to be the pick for the Texans at 17, just because that's the most win now ready pick for the Texans, and I think they are in that win now mode. Um, and then we have the Steelers at my bad, that was pick 19. We had the Steelers at number 20. Um, let's see what the Steelers need at pick 20. I see pick 20 is down is where I see people starting to trade back to try to acquire more second round picks because this draft class is absolutely loaded. So anything can go here after really pick 16 or really after pick 10. That's where things start to get iffy. But let's see what the Steelers need here. They need a center. They need a left end. Um, they don't really need any linebackers. They don't need corner at all. They don't need safety. So yeah, they only really need pass rush. Most of the premier top pass rushers are off the board here. But for the sake of them, I'm probably going to go with the left outside linebacker who is a speed rusher who could be converted to left end, the 6'4" speed rusher from Oregon State, Leon Leonard. Very, very good. Not very, very good, but good physicals, great to lead, acceleration. Attributes are very good too. With A pursuit, A to C finesse move, A awareness, A to C finesse moves. So I think this is who the Steelers go with at 20, just to try to get them that pass rush that they need after trading away TJ Watt. And then now we have pick 21, the Miami Dolphins. Oh my gosh, I think I just found a generational left tackle who is going under the radar 100%. Um, Let's see. I'm pretty sure the Dolphins need a left tackle after trading away Armstead. And let's see if I'm right. Yes, they do. They also need a left guard as well. So I'm going to have the Dolphins. This is going to be a very, very amazing pick for the Dolphins if they're able to draft. But if he's not able to draft and he is still on the board, look for him to go. It's going to be the left tackle from Ohio State. Mitch Linder, his physicals are absolutely amazing. Great to lead acceleration, great to lead agility, great to lead change of direction, great to lead jumping, great to lead speed, great to lead strength. That right there, boys, is a generational left tackle, and I don't want to hear anything else. A to B awareness, A impact blocking, A lead block, A to B pass block finesse, A run block, A to B run block finesse. If you need a left tackle, if you guys hear me, if any franchises need a left tackle, the left tackle from Ohio State is named. Don't forget it. It's Mitch Linder. He is your generational left tackle for years to come. Straight up like that. He is the generational left tackle to come. And I feel like if the Dolphins are able to draft, they need to find a way to trade up in the draft unless they fall to him. for him to pick him because that is an absolutely amazing pick, and he is a great player for the Miami Dolphins at number 21. All right, boys, let's get to number 22. We have the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions. Let's see what the Detroit Lions need. Very disappointing season. I'm pretty sure they were a first round exit from the Buccaneers. However, let's see what the Lions need. The Lions, very wide receivers are good, tight end amazing, left tackle good. They could use a right guard. Seems like they need pass rush, a left end or a left outside linebacker for sure. Even a right outside linebacker. Could also use a cornerback. Even though they have some people that they could develop. So they really need a free safety, right guard, or a linebacker. Here, let's see. Um, I think right here the Detroit Lions could go. Let's see. I think they go Dante Cousins here, the free safety. They do need a free safety from what is it called? My bad. From Tennessee, zone 6-1, great to elite speed, great to elite jumping. That is absolutely what you need in a free safety, and great to elite agility. His attributes, however, could need a lot of improvement. A to C tackling, A to C catching. He does have A awareness, B block shedding. They could either go Dante Cousins, which I think they should go, or they could go the speed rusher from Oklahoma, Howie Britton. Great to elite jumping, great to elite strength. He is a speed rusher, A to C finesse moves. For a speed rusher to have great to elite strength, that is saying something, ladies and gentlemen. So they could either go Howie Brenton or the free safety from Tennessee, but I think they do go the free safety. I feel like that's a more win now pick for the Detroit Lions. So that is who I have them going with at pick number 22. At pick 23, man, the Buccaneers, they had a great season, amazing season, absolutely turning around. They had a great draft last year, and I'm expecting for them to have a great draft this year as well. Let's see what their needs are, ladies and gentlemen. Um, they don't need quarterback. They could use a wide receiver with Chris Godwin leaving. Um, Offensive line is pretty much still solid. Could have some upgrades. Pass rush is there, good. I don't think they need linebackers at all. They went linebacker heavy. They could use a corner. Free safety, they're good. Strong safety, they're good. I think they go with a win now pick, of course, as we obviously know. But I think someone who they go with right here who is going to be a stud, hopefully. I think they're going to go with the Heisman winner, Josh Haskins, the Michigan 6'2 wide receiver who is a playmaker. He doesn't have the best. No, he does have decent what is it called? He has decent physicals with great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction, solid and good jumping. And he has really good. From what it seems like, he is a playmaker. So his playmaker stats are looking really good. He has A to C across the board. I don't have him fully scouted, but I think the Bucks try to get the best player available on the board, and I feel like as an offensive weapon, that's what they need with Chris Godwin aging, and I think that's who they picked. Josh Haskins, the Heisman winner. I think that's who they go with right here at pick number 23. And then we go Bills at pick 24. The Bills. Um, I think right here they go left tackle. This left tackle is amazing. Physical is amazing. Acceleration elite. Great to elite agility, great to elite change of direction, great to elite jumping, good to great speed, good physicals, great attributes, A's across the board. I think this is going to just to protect Patrick Mahomes even more. I think this is going to be Aiden Hunt. And then the Cardinals are back on the board right here. Um, we already somewhat know their team needs, but I think this is going to go Trevor Fitzsimmons. He has great to elite speed, great to elite jumping. Good to great acceleration. He is a speed rusher. Helps that pass rush go right there. In Arizona, he is 6'3". I think they go with Trevor Fitzsimmons from Florida. And then we have the Dolphins back on the board at pick number 26. I They do need offensive line, but we already picked offensive line for them. I think they continue maybe to go offensive line potentially. Um, I think the Dolphins could reach here. No, I don't think this is a reach. I think they're going to go with the right guard. They do need to upgrade from right guard. I think they're going to go with Andrew McNeil. Physicals are absolutely off the charts for someone who's projected to go round 2 to 3. He has great to elite acceleration, great to elite agility, great to elite jumping. Everything else is good to great. His physicals look really good, and his attributes also look really good. A, run block finesse. B, pass block finesse. A to C impact blocking. A to C lead block. A to C pass blocking as well. So I think that they don't reach here. I think this is a phenomenal pick right here, for the Miami Dolphins to protect Tua and also the running game and Devin Acme. I think they go Andrew McNeil, the right guard from Auburn, right here at pick number 26. And then at pick number 27, we have the Minnesota Vikings, who absolutely turned their season around after tanking last year and getting the pieces they needed. Great season. Um, but let's see what the Minnesota Vikings needs are. Some people have them getting the tight end Austin Logan, but I'm pretty sure they still have Hawk over there. Yeah, they still have Hawk. So no need to get another tight end. Um, Maybe though we could because they also have Chigoziem Akawaniko, who is superstar dev, and they still have Josh Oliver over there. But let's see what they need. Offensive line is really, really good. Um, Pass rush is looking really good. They need a left outside linebacker, um, a right outside linebacker. I think they're good on the corners. I think they're good at the safety spot. Yeah. They could use a yeah. So you need a strong safety or a left outside linebacker, but I'm pretty sure there is a great strong safety that I like. That I'm going to mock to them, and I think that is going to be Kahari Claxton, the strong safety from Florida State. Great to lead acceleration. The physicals don't look too good, but he has A hit power, um, B pursuit, B play rec, B tackle. He's just that. He is one of those players that when you need a need and you go in the draft to fill that need, he will fill it in and he will be a great player for years to come. I think it's going to be the strong safety from Florida State who is left-handed, and that is going to be Kahari Claxton. They could also go Brian McGowan. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have them go Brian McGowan, the 6'2" strong safety from Notre Dame. His physicals just look way better. He has great to elite speed, great to elite change of direction, solid. Everything else is solid to good or good to great. He has B man coverage, B to D tackle, C zone, A to C hit power. So I think they go the strong safety from Notre Dame, Brian McGowan, right there at that 27th pick. They could look to go outside linebacker, but I think that's something that they could fill in the free agency process. Then right here at pick 28, we have the Rams. He's looking to trade back, however, into the second round. But let's see the Rams need what the Rams need. This is the Ravens' original pick. So the Rams, I'm pretty sure, do need some players over there. They need a running back, it seems like. Um, they need a left tackle real bad. Um, yeah, they need a left tackle real bad. And they need a left end real bad as well. Um, they could no, they don't really need a middle linebacker. They don't need corners. Um, Maybe a strong safety. So yeah, so Kahari Claxton could go right here. I think best available safety between Brian McGowan and Kahari Claxton. This could be whoever goes first. Whoever's left, I think What is it called? The Rams could go there, but this is also heavy left tackle draft. Um, and I think what is it called? I think they can also go left tackle. This tackle draft is amazing, and I think that's where they're gonna go. They're gonna go with Alien Tart. Very boring pick, but it's something that you need. The left tackle from Tennessee, A awareness, physicals are pretty good. Great to lead, change of direction. Has a lot of A's across the board. Not fully scouted, but I think that's who they go. They go Alien Tart, the 6'7" left tackle from Tennessee for the Rams, or they could go Kahari Claxton, just depending on what they're feeling and what they decide to fill in the free agency. Then we have the 29th pick. We have the Carolina Panthers. My bad, y'all. They have the Carolina Panthers. Let's see their needs. We're almost done, y'all. So please bear with me. Um, but the Carolina Panthers needs, they don't need, I think they need a wide receiver here. They need just somebody new. Um, they need a right tackle, they need a left end and a right end. They do need pass rush. So it just depends on what they decide to fill in free agency. I think it's easier to get pass rush in free agency than it is offensive lineman. So I'm gonna have them picking an offensive lineman here. They do need a right tackle. And I think that is going to be. I'm pretty sure he hasn't been picked yet, or I think he has been picked. Derek Galloway. Um, let's see. I think Glenn Ellis was picked too. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I don't think Glenn Ellis was picked. So I'm gonna go Glenn Ellis from Texas A&M. No, I think Glenn Ellis was picked. Damn, I should have wrote down everybody. So sorry about that, y'all. But I think they could go Matt White here, the right tackle. Great to elite strength, great to elite change of direction. Everything else is solid to good. The Panthers need a right tackle. Um, Physicals are really good. His attributes: A lead block, A run block power, A to C awareness, A to C pass block power. I think that's who they go. Very boring pick, but like I said, it's something that you need if you want to be in win now mode, like the Panthers are. So I think I'm going to have them go there. Matt White, the 6'7" right tackle from Wisconsin. Then we have the Chiefs here. Feel like the Chiefs go ahead and stack up at the cornerback position and get Max Downing. He is 23, but he's 6'2", A zone coverage, great physicals, great to lead strength, great to lead agility, great to lead acceleration, great to lead change of direction. So I think the Chiefs go ahead and stack up on corners. The 6'2" left-handed corner from Michigan, Max Downing, at the 29th pick. And then at the 31st pick, we have the Philadelphia Eagles here. At this point, I think they go best player available. Um, I think that is going to be let's see. Was Scott Goodrich ever picked? I don't remember saying his name. I honestly don't remember saying his name. Um, Damn. Yeah, I don't remember saying his name. But I think with AJ Brown leaving, actually, I think I'm gonna have them go with the 6'3" physical wide receiver from Ohio State, Juan Davis, who has good to great speed, great to elite strength, great to elite agility. He has a short route, a catching traffic, a awareness. He's physical, just like AJ Brown was. They need a replacement because of his contract and contracts coming up for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I guess I'm gonna have the Eagles going wide receiver here. After trading away AJ Brown, I'm gonna have them go Juan Davis, Ohio State wide receiver at pick number 31. And at pick 32, we have the Tennessee Titans again, who are going best player available here. Could use anybody. They don't really need corner. They need pass rush. Again, but honestly, they could look to increase their defensive tackle here. So I think I'm gonna go them have them go Matt Quinton, the defensive tackle from Oklahoma, who is a run stopper. Great to elite jumping, great to elite speed. Everything else is great to good, or good to great, which is what you look for. His physicals were really good. His attributes are pretty good too. A play rec, B power moves, B awareness, B impact blocking. And then yeah, so that is my first round mock draft, y'all. I know this was a very lengthy video, but I appreciate everybody looking in. This draft could go very multiple different ways, and I cannot wait to see, who goes where. And I can't wait for season 3. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a good draft because Lord knows we all need it. So yeah, so I appreciate y'all. This is fifth and final news with your host Sweat Talk, and I appreciate y'all.